in this video, we will be going over all the new Atlantis rods that you can obtain, and all of them. We're going to be covering all 6 of them, I believe it is, in this video, showcasing to where the locations are, how you can get these, and how you can go about completing the puzzles to unlock these. So if you haven't already, subscribe and enable post notifications by ringing the bell, making it go ding, and let's get started with this fish video on unlocking all the rods, showcasing to you the location of each of them. Most of them cost over $1 million. I'm not going to lie, it's a bit expensive, but aside from that, you can get one for like 100,000, but I mean, the ones that are over $1 million are pretty darn good. But still, I find myself using the Heavens rod. I'm gonna have to make a tier list video soon, but here is how to unlock all the new rods. I would say the 2 best ones so far are the Poseidon and Kraken, but you can let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's get to unlocking these. And then we activate it right there, and you guys will see we just discovered I've unlocked a no-life rod. I thought I already had that. What? All right, so also there's a level cap now in this update as well, guys, and there's a lot of new rods. So right here is the Champion's rod and stuff like that. So yeah, that is how you get into Atlantis. So if we look here, here's the Champion's rod. It is worth $1 million, wielded by legendary tournament winners. The balanced rod embodies competitive excellence. Versatile design combines tournament-tested speed with professional-grade strength, making it a perfect choice for aspiring champions. $1 million, guys, we said this. You better save your money up because there is going to be some expenses here. Here's one of the new rods that we've seen in the trailer, I believe. The deep... This is $125,000. Engineered with deep sea technology, this resilient rod thrives in challenging conditions. Its reinforced construction and adaptive strength make it ideal for anglers ready to venture beyond the shallows and face tougher. Nice. So that's pretty cool. Cannot walk when this thing is looking at you. So let's kind of keep. Okay, and then let's go. Ooh, that was close. Okay, so in order to complete this. Ooh, the Zeus trials, you're gonna have to play through these games, and if you get caught, obviously you will have to get spawned back at the beginning, and you got 5 minutes to put this in, so there is a bit of a time. Oh, what? That's insane. He turned instantly as I got closer. Oh my god. Don't make that. Dude, there's so much stuff popping up on the screen that I'm getting distracted. Okay, so I guess, like, sometimes, like, if you lag a little bit here or something, then it's going to put you at a disadvantage because, like, it'll, like, glitch you, and then you will go back. Obviously, guys, we lost, like, a minute here. Very, very bad. Okay. Oh, look at that quick one he just did. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Got it. All right, now once we come over here, we will see the first bit of the code is 5096, right? 5096. Okay, so that's the first code, and that took a lot of time, not going to lie. So now we're just going to jump back over here, and then we're going to head to this one. Yeah, to get the other code. We have 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes remaining. Let's jump. Oh, my God, dude. I'm stressing. I'm stressing now. Okay. Let's not do... Okay, yep. Okay, these are random. Okay. Oh, my God, dude. Stop. We got 2 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes remaining. Okay, so if you jump on the wrong one, it's going to make you fall instantly. Now, doing this with friends is probably going to be better, too, because you can determine which ones are safe and not safe, you know? So that's probably going to help, too. See, that one was not safe. So, I'm going to keep on messing up here. I'm going to cut this one close. Very close, guys. But this is going to be how you do it. Hopefully, this helps some of you guys. I should have not double jumped there. I think what's going to happen, what if wait, Kraken got a low taper. Wait, what is that popping up on the screen? I think these are there to distract me. I think that's what they're there for, guys. They're there to distract you. Oh, my God, dude. This is 2 minutes. I'm not going to get it. The only way I'm going to get this is if I get really lucky on this last one. Everything lies on this last one. Everything right here. And it was wrong. No, we're not going to have time to complete the challenges now. Dude, we were so close. I think that was our last chance. Wait, what happened? Wait, what? I got done dirty. Oh my God, guys. I don't know what's happening, but for some reason, I got done dirty here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. The last bit of the code is 6627. Oh my God. Dude, we gotta go. 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 We gotta run. Wait, where is it? This way. This way. We only have a minute, 40 seconds. I'm so slow. There's no way I'm gonna be able to put this in time. Oh my God, dude. Go, 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 go. Okay. 5, 0, 9, 6, 6, 6, 2, 7. Woo! Dude. Too close. Way too close. Oh my God. All right, and that's going to be how you complete the Zeus trial right there. And then right here is the Zeus rod. Now, this rod right here, which we're going to go into in the guide, forged in the heart of Mount Olympus. The divine rod crackles with Zeus's lightning. Its celestial power grants unprecedented casting speed and the ability to command storms. Yes, let's go ahead and get that. Let's take a look at the rod because a lot of people were here to see how you can get the Zeus's rod. And welcome aboard on how to get into Poseidon's temple. Now, you're going to need to place 3 different sharks on each of the 2 rooms. There's a left room and a right room, okay? So you're going to need to have a specific shark. We were struggling with just 1 left, and this is taking people hours sometimes because they're getting down to 1 or 2 and realizing, like, darn, I don't have that shark. I'm going to have to go to Ancient Isles and get a Zeus shark or go on a whole nother goose chase to be able to get the shark that I need to get into this temple. So I recommend doing this with friends or someone else that is aiming with the same goal to get inside just like you of the temple, and that could help you out tremendously. So I definitely recommend that. So that way, if you're missing 1 shark, 2 sharks, something like that, you're going to have some help in assisting you be able to unlock this. So luckily, there was a few players in the lobby as well, and we were kind of trying to get this opened at the same time. So right away, we are in the right room currently. That's where the Ginsu shark is, and you're going to want to put that on the right side. This is the one that was obviously proven to be trickiest for us, but once you get all these sharks placed on these totems, it's going to open up the big door. Whenever it opens up this door, you're going to then have access to the rod and the Poseidon Raft totem, I think, as well, and then your temple is going to be opened. And also in this video, I'm going to include the sequence and how to activate the puzzle dial thing. I forget what they're called. They're called like the puzzle dials, clock wheel puzzles for the Poseidon area as well. That way you can go ahead and knock that one out in the one and how to do it. So we're going to be including that in this video too. I'm trying to cover as much as I can in these videos of everything you need to know about this update from start to finish and give you guys full rundowns on it. Now, the Poseidon rod is like $1.5 million. I think it's like $1,555,555. It's a lot. It's a lot. And, you know, and it's one of the more expensive rods, but I say that, but all the rods in this update are over $1 million other than the Depthseeker rod. And the Depthseeker rod is only $125,000. And you get that right when you spawn in alongside the Champion's Rod, which their locations are right when you come into Atlantis, right? However, you know, getting these other rods, you have to complete the puzzles, the trials, stuff of that sort. And the Zeus Rod is really cool as well. I love the Zeus Rod. It is more pricier than the Poseidon Rod, but for some reason, I just thought the Poseidon Rod was the coolest one in this update outside of the Kraken Rod, which you get in the Kraken pool. But yeah, hopefully, you know, with the videos that I upload, it can give you guys helpful guides and other things that can assist you in completing this update and getting all the new rods that you desire, or that specific rod that you desire, which for me was the Poseidon rod, and I was able to acquire that, and that's why I wanted to make this video here. So yeah, someone in the lobby had some Ginsu sharks, so we were able to make a trade and get that last shark. But here are the sharks you need for each room. This is essential. So on the right room, the room that we're in right now that you guys are seeing, you're going to need an ancient Meg in the center, and then you're going to need a great white on the left, and then the Ginsu is going to go on the right side. That's the one we're struggling with getting. Now, in the left room, you're going to need an ice beard shark on the right, a whale shark in the middle, and a hammerhead on the left. Okay, so that's the full rundown. Hopefully that kind of it gives you guys which sharks you know you need. So Icebeard, Whale Shark, Hammerhead, Ancient Meg, Great White, Ginsu, okay? So he comes back here with the Ginsu shark, and then we're able to put it in, and finally, as the shakes of all of this temple finally comes together, you will see it start shaking, and the ground begins to shake as the gates open. And now that means the gates are finally open, and we can, in fact, get in there and get our amazing Poseidon rod, which I do end up buying. As you guys can see my money right now, I spent all my money on this Poseidon rod, meaning now if I want to get the Zeus rod, the Kraken rod, the Tempest rod is the most expensive, guys. Did I mention the Tempest rod is 1.8 million? Huh? So these rods are just so much money. They're more than the Heavens rod. The Tempest rod is more than the Heavens rod, which brings up the question, is the Tempest rod the next big and best rod in the game? That's hard to say at the moment. You know, did I regret buying the Poseidon rod? I mean, I wanted this rod so bad. So honestly, I don't regret buying the Poseidon rod, and I do plan on getting the Tempest, the Zeus, the Kraken rod, and everything as well. It's going to take a lot of farming, be it if it's at the Grand Reef or wherever the new money-making methods are going to spawn, which we will have videos on. Each of these temples and places you break in have little ponds that you can fish in, and I found that each of these ponds are very beneficial in getting your bestiary up to where you need it to be and helping increase your bestiary. So I definitely recommend each of the temples and each of the places, like the Zeus trials. There will be like a yellow electrical pond that you can fish out of, and this one here for the Poseidon pond. Each of these, and this is me testing out the Poseidon rod finally in all of its glory and deciding if I like it, and so far I have no complaints with the Poseidon rod. Looks like it's going to be a great rod in all and probably benefit us in various different ways. As for the best enchantment on the Poseidon rod, I'm still determining that and still configuring that. If you guys know the best enchantment on the Poseidon rod, or what you feel is the best enchantment, please do go to the comment section and post it so other players can already get a head start on that. So if you already found the best enchantment, you can be like, the best enchantment is this, and then other players can be assisted and helped before a video comes out. So right here is the Poseidon's Wrath totem location. Which I'm just bonusly including this in the video. I might make a separate video on this, just more direct for people that are seeking just the totem. Now, what this does is it obviously spawns Poseidon's Wrath, which is really cool. The new totems are really awesome. They spawn different events. So what this Poseidon Wrath will do is spawn the Poseidon's Wrath event, and you will be able to start that event. And then the Zeus one spawns the Zeus Storm event, and then you will be able to get that. Now, there are like 50 new fish total, guys. That's why I said filling out your bestiary and hitting these locations are probably prime and going to help you out a lot, as they have me so far. I've been collecting a lot in my bestiary and already filling it out way more quickly than I would have originally thought, right? We do know the level cap is now 1,000. Obviously, my level is nowhere near 1,000, but I do have a couple friends that's already hit level cap 1,000, and honestly, they are doing really, really well doing that and hitting a level 1,000. Like, they are absolutely killing it already. So there's a lot of talk about rebirth and stuff like that, but from the people that I know that hit level 1,000, they've not been able to rebirth at the current moment, or they haven't, or went to the place to do that. Seraphic rod. This legendary rod is the best rod in the game. And what are the best steps and ways on getting this rod and using this rod for yourself to maximize it? And pretty much everyone that I've talked to that have used this rod, they say it feels like exploiting. Like, it almost feels unfair. But I mean, if you know life the game, you gotta have some type of reward, right? First, it was the no life rod, which these rods are very similar. The Seraphic rod and the no life rod are almost identical in some of the ways that you go about unlocking them. But one thing is for sure, guys. Basically, what I wanted to touch on is, actually, I don't have my diving gear. I'm gonna die. Hold up. Dude, I wasn't expecting to die right there. Okay, let me get my diving gear on. I just spawned in, and I don't have that equipped. So yeah, let's make sure we have our essential pieces equipped in here, and I'm gonna go over some tips and tricks for money making and XP farming in this video as well, because obviously this rod has a lot to do with that if you want to unlock this rod, which we're all gonna go into here very soon. Let me get my little super flippers on here. Sorry guys, you gotta watch me change here. This is embarrassing for me as just as it is for you, okay? Jesus. All right, now let's go ahead and head down. Now, basically where I'm headed now is down into the Kraken pool. Now, the Kraken pool has been my favorite spot just to kind of wait on a Kraken to spawn, but also just sit there and farm some of the rare fish that you can get in the Kraken pool. It actually is very nice, and back to back with a good bait and rod, you can actually pull, especially during an Aurora or even just times 2 luck on the server. Like, you can actually really benefit from fishing here, guys. So I say don't underestimate the Kraken pool, because at one point I was like, you know, it's just a Kraken pool, it's no big deal. Also, the Kraken pool, not only are you going to be able to fill out your bestiary and stuff really quickly, there's a lot of good things to catch down here. I really recommend the Kraken pool. Definitely if you need a change of pace from the Grand Reef or the summit at or the canal at Northern Expedition. But the Seraphic rod is only obtainable by hitting level 1000. If you didn't already know that by now you do. But we need to go into every detail about this rod and the best enchantment I recommend for this rod as well upon getting it. Now, you might be like, oh, well, dude, you're level 200. Why am I going to listen to a level 200 that doesn't even have the Seraphic rod? Dude, I do videos on this game. I like to provide you guys with tips and tricks, and I got multiple friends at level 1000, and they have the Seraphic rod, okay? And they tell me a lot about it, okay? And I get jealous, but that be the case, you know, me alongside a lot of you guys are ranking up. You want to know how to get this rod. You want to know a little bit about the rod. You want to know what my friends told me to tell you that is the best enchantments for this rod. Well, that's why this video is here. A lot of my friends that play this game, they do not do videos. They just play the game. They just like the game, all right? So the Seraphic rod is now been titled the best rod in the entire game. As of right now, this is the best rod all around spec-wise in the entire game, and you get it at the new level cap, which is 1000. Now, it has the highest control in the game, alongside with the highest lure speed and almost an instant catch. This thing is going to be the most insane thing ever. But think about it, guys. If you get to level 1000 and get this rod, I mean, it's going to be fun. It's probably going to be your go-to rod. I mean, it looks like a biblically accurate angel, or what people believe to be depicted as one, right? So that be the case, though. The lure speed is a total of 95 on this rod. The luck is 150%. The control is 0.3. The resilience is 20, and the KG is infinite. So, you know, honestly, though, the thing is about this rod, considering it's supposed to be the best, the resilience is like mediocre, though. It's kind of weird, but it does have passive things equipped to the rod. So that be the case, you know, the Heavens rod and the Seraphic rod are going to be a cool combo to just have, you know. But the Seraphic rod casts a divine judgment, similar to the Voyager's rod orbital cannon. After a few seconds, ooh, look, see, guys, I'll be pulling this stuff here. Like, this is like a Kraken. No, this might be the Cthulhu-looking thing. Hold up. I don't know, dude. There's so many new fish in this update. Like, I'm trying to memorize them all, but, like, it's actually insane. So, yeah, I only use the Heavens right now. Using Rod of the Depths down here is like asking just to mess. It's just asking for problems. But, yeah. After a few seconds, the passive is activated and fills up the progress bar in an instant, essentially bypassing negative progress speeds due to its flashiness. Like spikes can occur. So it has a passive ability that basically speeds up the progress bar instantly, which is pretty darn cool. And it doesn't require anything to activate the passive. Now, here's what people are enchanting with this thing, okay? This is what people are going to for the enchantments on this rod. Quantum. Dude, I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking about taking my Heavens rod and putting Quantum on it. Now, I know, dude, Hasty is a good, but Exalted Relics are pulling through sometimes, guys. The Exalted Relics are really pulling through sometimes. And with that Quantum enchantment, like, dude, 20% Quantum mutation with the Heavens rod, like, it's just insane, right? For everything that you could need for money making and everything. And of course, we know one of the best money making in the games is the Auric rod, but getting the Auric rod is so darn hard that it's just like unbelievable, right? But yeah, so that be the case though. Once you get a level 1000, you will unlock the Seraphic rod. Now, honestly, if you guys are watching this, you're like, dude, I'm never gonna get that rod. Do not worry. I mean, guys, honestly, this rod is good, but it's not the end-all be-all rod. I mean, it's a wonderful rod. It's so darn cool, but, you know, in due time, if you get to level 1000, you would get the rod, but honestly, before that, even if you have the Heavens rod, the Heavens rod is still one of the best in the game, in my opinion, and it's a rod that you're never going to go wrong with. So I would say, you know, work your way up in steps. Get the Heavens rod, keep grinding, you know, get your no-life rod, and then get your Seraphic rod after that, and you should be on the block, happy, you know, fishing away your life continuously, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. But, yeah, so best enchantments for the Seraphic rod. If you're watching this as a veteran player, I've been recommended Quantum enchantment, or the Clever enchantment, right? So the Clever enchantment, you know, kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Not the clever enchantment, but the quantum for sure, guys. You could put like some other stuff on this, but I think quantum or immortal is really going to be the enchantments you want in all. Okay, so quantum or immortal for sure on this rod. And basically, ultimately, guys, the Atlantis update has been full of all kinds of stuff, and obviously, someone said they caught 5 Krakens. 5 Krakens? Did someone say 5 Krakens? If you're playing alone or your friend's not on at the current time, then it can kind of create a dynamical problem where it's just like, darn, I wish I could just somehow solo this. But, you know, the Fish devs love doing those collaborative puzzles. I just wish that some collaborative puzzles were also solo, but this is the only major one in this, so we can't complain too much, right? So, anyways, what you got to do is 3 times you have to measure this up with these lights, right? So, this clock here, you have to line up all of the what do you call it? The arms of the clock to the lights and then press the button. While the people in the left room have to press the buttons, press 3 buttons to activate these lights. Now, once they press those buttons over on the left side, they will light up on the clock here, and we have to move our arm to that correct corresponding light. Then once we have all 3 arms lined up, we press the button, and it will open the gate after doing it 3 times. So, you might be asking yourself, okay, this is one of the most annoying puzzles in the game. Here's some of my recommendations and tips regarding this if you find this incredibly annoying. One thing I recommend right at the go is to get as many people as you can. Not just 2 people, not just you and a friend. I recommend, honestly, getting as many people as you possibly can. So if that means, you know, getting like 3 people on each side, 4, I mean, if you got the whole lobby in here on both sides, it's actually going to be easier. Now, honestly, the sweet spot for us was like 3 people on each side. And what that basically did, as you guys see, we just completed it, and it is opening now for everyone. Now, what we did was, basically, we had like 3 people on each side, I believe, or there was like more than 1 person on each side. And what that did was allow us to be able to find the buttons more efficiently. This is where you get the Abyssal Spectra rod, okay? We're going to go over the specs on that rod if it's even worth your time. Also, I'll be doing a tier list later today maybe. But, so yeah, there's that rod, and here is the last wheel puzzle that you're going to need probably if you've already done Poseidon's Temple, you've already done the Zeus trial, and what's the other one? Why is it leaving? It's like that weird, like, have to click the symbols. You can do that solo as well. That's actually the easiest one in my opinion. So yeah, you just kind of do that, and then boom, you have all the wheels here, all the rods pretty much unlocked, and I think we've pretty much did a guide for all of them in our videos. So yeah, you should be completely set if you're having an issue on any of the puzzles from the previous uploads that we have on the channel. Like I said, we keep you guys covered on every single thing that you need, and the main purpose today was to make sure that I have a guide up on all the major things that you need to complete the puzzles, things of that sort. This is also going to be the lead way and what leads you into being able to get to the Kraken pool. Now, the Kraken pool is going to have the Kraken rod, which is the other rod. The Kraken rod looks so cool, guys. I've kind of like out of this update, the rods that I like the most are the Poseidon rod and the Kraken rod, and those were the 2 that I wanted coming into this update. And I spent my money on the Poseidon rod because I unlocked it first, and then when I got in, I looked at the Kraken rod. I was so disappointed in myself because I want that one just as bad, right? So we got to get to selling, building up our money, and ensuring that we have the cash flow so we can come back and get the Kraken rod and complete and farm up those Krakens, heavenly Krakens. I don't know. We're going to go nuts with it. And that is going to be the one you press on this one after completing this one. Now, these are very easy. These wheel puzzles, whenever you walk up to them, they tell you what, like an essence of what it is you need to line up the image with. So at first glimpse, they do look intimidating, but they're really not. They're common sense. Most of you guys will probably be able to get these wheel puzzles fairly easy. So anyways, starting us off with this one, though, the fireball. After you complete the Ethereal Abyss puzzle, that's the first one on the checklist. Now, right below where you spawn in Atlantis is the gates that open after you complete these wheel puzzles, and after you complete and activate all the corresponding ones, it will open up the gate, and then you will have another gate that you open, and then you go down into the Kraken pool, and that's where you can get the Kraken rod and also catch the Kraken. Now, how and when does the Kraken spawn? Well, it's just like a Megalodon event. It spawns randomly depending on the day. It's a random event that can occur and happen. You can use sundial totems to speed up up this process, so you might get a Kraken event. That is also a possibility, so a lot of you guys might aim to be doing that, which is a useful, helpful thing as well. But this thing is not to be played with. It is an incredible thing to catch. Now, right here, we are going down below here, and I will show you guys what I'm talking about. There are like 4 lights that need to be activated in order for this gate to open, right? We activated one, and now we got to go activate the other puzzle wheels. So each of the little trials or puzzles you have to complete usually have a wheel behind the doors, and the one for the Zeus trial is just after you complete that, up at the top where you find the Zeus rod, you will be able to find the puzzle piece there. And I'm very briefly going to talk about how to complete these puzzles from a verbal standpoint, and you guys will see me do it as well, and hopefully I don't miss any in this video. But so let's start with that, okay? The ethereal abyss was the orange fireball, the red fireball thing. Now, for the Zeus trial is going to be the purple moon that you're going to pick. It's just a simple purple moon, which right now we're headed to the Poseidon temple, and that is going to be the black scythe, okay? So as we're heading to the Poseidon temple, it is right behind the statue. Once you dive in, you don't have to go to the actual temple place where you get Poseidon's rod. It's just right down here behind here. So I guess this could help if you're kind of forgetting one. Maybe you forgot one of the wheels you need to activate. You can be like, oh my God, I forgot that one. I know where it is now. I can go back to it. So right here, and this one's going to be the black scythe. So yeah, you're just going to, it's a little tricky swimming and trying to get these lined up correctly, but you're going to come down here, and then this one's going to be the black scythe, and that's going to activate another one. Just as simple as that, right? So also there is the Sunken Depths one, which we cannot forget about, which is the blue harp that needs to be activated for that one. And then once you open all that and you get down to the final gate that you have to open going to the Kraken pool, it's going to be the red spear, right? So pretty easy. Now let's talk about the Kraken rod just a little bit. Let's touch on that just very quickly as well. The Kraken rod costs 1.3 million, and it is a very pricey rod, just like everything else in this update. The rods are usually over $1 million, other than like that one rod that's only like 100,000. So weird. The price difference in rods in this update is actually insane. When I think about it, I'm like, dang. Now for players that are like level 1000 and, they got the no life rod and they're able to just farm money and just, it's probably not a big deal. I guess that's why the rods cost so much, because there's so many high advanced players. Here's the Sunken Trial. We're going there now to activate that. Now, remember, just to touch very quickly, the Sunken Trial one is the blue harp, I believe, on this one that we have to press. But yeah, so I guess these rods are increasing in price because players are becoming more veteran. They got more money at their disposal, and it kind of is balanced in that regard. But for new players under level 500 perhaps, these rods are going to be insanely expensive. And I thought getting the Heavens rod was the end all, right? Well, first off, I remember thinking to myself, I was like, once I get the rod of the depths, I'm okay. I got the rod of the depths, and I was like, I need to get the Heavens rod. Now that I have the Heavens rod, I'm like, I need the Poseidon rod. Now that I have the Poseidon rod, I'm like, I want to get the Kraken rod, because it is just so good. So yeah, you will be able to purchase the Kraken rod once you get access to the Kraken pool. Now, as you guys can see, we just activated that clock wheel there, meaning that I believe we only have one more to activate, and that is the Zeus trial one that I was talking about, which will be a purple moon. Now, once we go there and activate the purple moon, that will mean that first gate where we were earlier will completely be open now. Now, there is cases and scenarios where people are having this glitch up. It's not working, apparently. If this is your case, maybe leave the server, go back and try this again. Although I believe every server you go into, you have to activate these again, and I actually believe they might be time sensitive, because I've been in a server before, right? And while I was in the server, it reset me. So that could be a case too, and something to kind of take note on, that you might get reset. The Kraken is an exotic fish, so that's going to be your exotic there, and I think the best bait for the Kraken, if you're curious, so you already know going into it, I think the best bait for the Kraken is going to be the truffle worm. Like I said, these things only sell for like 18,000. So if you're wondering how much the Kraken sells for, it's usually about 18,000. That's how much you can kind of estimate you're going to get value from it. I think it gives you about 10,000 XP upon catching it. So yeah, it really depends on the size of your Kraken. Obviously, you'll get a lot of like text whenever you go to catch it, like the Kraken itself, Master of the Depths, Reality Shatters, you know, stuff like that. So this is going to be definitely an awesome fish for people to have, and I think getting the mutations on the Kraken is going to be what's even more crazy and sets us apart even more, right? I mean, getting a heavenly mutated Kraken or a quantum, you know, there's so many different mutations that are going to make the Kraken just look so cool, right? And this is obviously going to change the value of the Kraken. So you can kind of imagine if you catch like some heavenly Krakens, like those are going to sell for a pretty penny actually. So I mean, that's all stuff to consider. Obviously the Kraken ain't going to be a peak money making method, but it is going to be something cool once the event starts and to go and catch one. And I think that, you know, just keeping an eye out for the event. It's going to be the new Megalodon event. Every time there's like a possibility of it, you know, being there and able to catch, everybody's going to rush and try to catch it, right? But it's just, honestly, you have to do so much to unlock it, right? Like, you have to do so much to unlock the Kraken. It gets kind of crazy, if I'm being honest. So once we have completed everything now, we can go back down to the bottom. So as we're scrolling back down, you will see this first gate is opened, and now we have this other gate right there. It's like a red gate. Now, that means there's one more puzzle that you have to activate in order to get this one, and it is the red spear over to the left there. So that is going to be the one that you need in order to activate and open this final gate. And once you do that, it's all easy selling from here. So this is much just like the others. You just have to line it up to the right one. So we're going to go ahead and press that there and then press the middle. My friend was having an issue, maybe perhaps a glitch like I was talking about, that can happen there sometimes. But once you do that, you will open this up, and then you will be able to go down through, it's not too difficult to get to the actual pool itself. Other players won't be able to come in here, though, if they have not also activated and opened everything else up in Atlantis. So now, once we are in here, we are now at the Kraken pool, and this is the glory place right here. So once we're in here, there is various spots around, but the Kraken will usually spawn right here in this pool, and whenever there's an event, and you can aim to catch it. Just like the Megalodon event, it's almost identical to the Megalodon event in that sense. And then over there, you can kind of see it a little bit from here. We'll have to get up here to get over there and see it, but there will be the Kraken rod and like a little NPC that says some rather scary stuff, honestly. But yeah, there's the NPC there, and you will be able to get your Kraken rod and then fish for the Kraken. So yeah, guys, that's the full rundown on how to get the Kraken rod in fish and also get access to the Kraken. Hopefully these guides throughout the course of the day helped you. If there's any other guides I'm thinking, I do need to do a rod tier list so you guys know the best rods out so far. So we will be working on that. I don't know if I'll get that out today. It might be tomorrow because there's a lot of different rods, and I've mainly just experienced with the Poseidon rod so far, which is definitely up there on the list. It's a good rod. So I'm definitely going to have to get my hands on other rods, hear from other people and friends on what rods they believe are the best, and compile together a good tier list for you guys. So that will be coming. Love you guys so much. We'll see you guys in the next one.